Absurd robots scientists have built. Hello, and welcome back to another video here on the High Tech 10s channel. We are living in the age of robotics. The world today is dominated by machinery and technology. There are many who say we should fear the rise of the robots, that they are destined to steal our jobs or even use their weapons against us. But not all robots are threatening and evil. Some of them are just plain weird. In this video, we shall be taking a look at weird robot scientists have built, so stay tuned. Irony Man, the sassy robot. Fans of Douglas Adams will no doubt be familiar with Marvin the paranoid android, the depressed if slightly conceited robot from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. But instead of a paranoid android, how about a sassy one? A robot that rolls its eyes from time to time and fires off acerbic comments. Well, scientists from Augsburg University have created just that after programming one of their latest robots with a sense of irony. The fittingly named Irony Man is designed to be less formal and more relatable than a typical AI. Unlike most talking machines, which speak in flat, monotonous voices, Irony Man is able to reflect real patterns of human speech. So if someone were to say that traffic is frustrating, Irony Man would retort, "I love being stuck here," with a sarcastic emphasis on the word love. But why would anyone want to make a smart-mouthed robot? Irony Man's creators thought that he would be easier to get along with if he was programmed to speak like a real person. And it seems as if they were right. Students who took part in a trial with Irony Man found him to be more endearing than a standard machine. However, there are still concerns over his lack of tact. Irony Man can use sarcasm, but is unable to judge if it is appropriate, so he sometimes comes across as a little obnoxious. Lovot, the cuddly robot who helps combat loneliness, for those who struggle with companionship. Japanese startup GrooveX has designed Lovot, a little furry robot who comforts people in need of a friend. Lovot is an affable machine, a pint-sized pal that quickly warms to its owner. For those in need of a good hug, its fleecy skin is designed to be warm and easy to cuddle, and the robot is always happy for some close personal contact. Over time, Lovot's emotional bond is said to grow stronger as it starts to learn its owner's face and comes to meet them when they get back home. Whether it is healthy to try and cure loneliness with artificial friendship instead of human connection is an interesting question. But whatever your opinion, Lovot has been selling in Japan for over a year now, and developers say that with future investment, it might soon be on its way to the US as well. Robot translator for fish and bees. In 2019, scientists at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Lausanne built a machine that allows fish and bees to talk to each other. The researchers created a robot translator that can send messages back and forth between a group of zebrafish and a swarm of honeybees. To really challenge themselves, the scientists decided to conduct their experiment from different countries. The fish were at one location, Switzerland. The bees were miles away, neighboring Austria. The robot translator issued commands to each species, then translated their responses into signals for the other group. So the fish might be shown the color or tail movement, which influenced the direction of their swimming. This would then be translated into a vibration or a change in temperature, which caused the bees to move to a different area. The bee's motion would then be translated into a signal for the fish, and so forth. To start with, the experiment was absolute bedlam. But after 25 minutes of confusion, the animals began to respond to the robotic stimuli. Although this might sound like an absurd experiment, communicating with animals has many real-world applications, like stopping birds from flying over airports or warning bees about pesticides on plants. China's robot traffic police. In 2019, China began using robots to keep control of its roads. The Handan Public Security Bureau now employs 3 styles of robot that help their existing officers maintain order. The 3 robots are similar in design, but they each carry out very different functions. One type, the road patrol robot, seeks out and documents any criminal behavior on the roads. Its designers have even given a uniform and had to look more like a human officer. Another, the accident warning robot, informs nearby drivers that the police are dealing with an incident. The third type is the advice traffic robot, which helps direct drivers at vehicle management stations, whilst also keeping an eye out for security risks. People in China are no strangers to robot police officers. In 2016, authorities started to use a security robot in Shenzhen Airport, and in 2017 an e-patrol sheriff was introduced in Henan. Julia, the robot who taught herself to cook. Learning to cook is a difficult task. To train as a professional chef takes years of study at culinary school and a huge dedication to learning the craft. But what if there were an easier way? What if, instead of spending years training, you could ask a robot to teach itself to cook and then have it make a meal for you? Researchers at the University of Maryland are working on exactly that. Unlike most machines, their robot, called Julia, has no need for step-by-step instructions. Instead, she has taught herself to cook by watching videos on YouTube and copying what she sees. Right now, Julia is nowhere near Michelin star level. Her culinary skills are limited to a few basic activities, but even that is an achievement. Tasks that might seem simple for you or me, like pouring a glass of water, are actually quite challenging for a robot. That brings us to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.